Good morning to all. I am Subramanian, working as an assistant professor in automobile engineering at SNSCT College of Technology. In this session, we are going to see about the adaptive control system. And the topic is cylinder cutoff technology. So the recent trends we can see here. Recent trend we can see about the adaptive cruise control as what is cylinder cutoff technology. What is cylinder cutoff technology means? Here in the heavy vehicles, we can have we will be having the cylinders minimum as 4 cylinders, and to 6 or 8, 12 cylinders will be having it. So whenever the vehicle is operated, all the cylinders will be working out. So there will be fuel consumption will be more whenever the vehicle is traveling at a slow speed or with the full load itself. If all the cylinders are working, so here in this process, for reasons we will cut off some of the cylinders such that only the required cylinders will be working to have a full efficiency of the cylinder itself. So here you can see there are 4 cylinders will be working, whereas there are 2 power strokes which is alternatively coming there. So 2 power strokes will be automatically coming for each and every cylinder. So that is 4 cylinders are working at the same time itself, and giving each and every stroke can able to have the power stroke itself. So this here you can see the fuel efficiency. So if we cut off these cylinders, 1 or 2 cylinders, whenever the vehicle is idle or running at a slow speed, so the other cylinders we can able to have the more efficiency of the petrol itself. And here in this you can see that it allows only one cylinder gives a power stroke. The first cylinder gives the air intake, and second is the compression stroke, and third one is they have the power stroke, fourth one gives the exhaust stroke. So mechanism of the cylinder cutoff technology is first it is load detection itself, whereas it monitors the engine load and the speed to decide whenever it is to be activated. And it cut off itself. And second step says valve reduction cell deactivation. So if we are not, according to the intake and exhaust valves of the cylinders remain closed itself, suspending the combustion. So power stroke can be avoided from the unmotored cylinders itself. And we can go for the next one, the fuel cutoff. Since if any one of the 2 cylinders has been cut off, been closed, the intake and exhaust is closed, means naturally by default the fuel will be cut off, fuel injection will be to those cylinders will be stopped. And finally comes the power adjustment itself. Remaining valves, cylinders will be activated and adjust output to deliver the required torque smoothly. So here you can see what are the benefits of the cylinder cutoff technology means. It gives 5 to 10% of the fuel savings. So fuel savings consumption can be reduced, and 5 to 10% can be saved it. And next is the emission reduction. So when the fuel has been reduced, means there will be no emission, no carbon dioxide will be emissions will be there, which is proportionally reduce the fuel usage also. And finally comes the performance impact, minimal to the no loss in the overall engine itself during the activity status. The what are different components used here is solenoid valve, sensor, and control unit only. So solenoid valve will be controlling the inlet and outlet, inlet and exhaust valves itself, and sensors will be detecting it how the load capacity or the cylinders has been, the speed of the vehicle unit, and which is sensors will be giving the information to the control unit. Control unit will be giving the instruction to the solenoid valve such that it will be the exhaust valve and intake valve can be closed or can be working there. First, the input sensors will be giving the information to the control unit, and control unit will be giving the solenoid valve itself. This is the working principle. And what are the advantages on this means? We can see it will be having reduces the fuel consumption and improves the fuel economy itself, and also naturally reduce the fuel consumption. Similarly, in the other way, it reduces the carbon emission also, the carbon dioxide, and improve the fuel efficiency, especially during the highway cruising itself. When you are running the highway, we need the only the high torque is applied to the vehicle. We need the more power itself. And once the torque is applied, and when the vehicle is moving, means it is no necessary to have the more fuel to be expelled there, so that traveling in the highway itself will have a minimum amount of the fuel is enough, so that you can able to cut off the 1 or 2 cylinders, such that you can able to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions also and pollutants also. So here engine wear will be lesser here, and also there is smooth operation on the minimum power losses. The main disadvantages is the capital cost will be higher and requires a proper maintenance. Finally, we come to the application wherever the this cylinder technology is applied so far presently. It is used in V6, V8 engines and V12 engines also. Some manufacturers like Honda, GM, and Mercedes-Benz also using the cylinder cutoff technology. In this session, we will come to the end of the session on seeing the cylinder cutoff technology. We will see in the next session also. Thank you.